Mining job hunt video. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video we are going to collect jobs for the sponsors website on their mining jobs to apply for page. So this is the page where we load up all the jobs from around the country that we think you should be applying for once you've finished one of the DIY packages or the work ready packages. So let's type underground into Seek and see what comes up. So KCA is still looking for people. They've got their job ad up every week. If you're a new starter and you've done the course, it's worth throwing your resume in with them. You'll see a few more charge up and bogging jobs this week as the fallout from Snatch It season is still working its way through. We'll have a look at that. That's service crew entry level in Kalgoorlie for underground. So again, this employer has taken people that have done the sponsors training in the past. Barminco experienced underground haul trucks. Like we talked about in last week's video, the reason that they're asking for experience is that they need people that they can drop in the deep end. So if you can show them that you can be dropped in the deep end, then you're more than in the running for one of these jobs. So it's really important that you apply for those types of jobs as well. A nipper with McMahon's. Store truck driver in Broken Hill. That would be a good way to get in if you're out in that direction. Surface and underground operators. I had a look at that ad. They are looking for all the trades and the degrees for the infrastructure. So it's your shift bosses and foremans and engineers and geologists and surveyors and all those types of jobs, not necessarily crew jobs. Pry bar underground truck driver. Underground truck driver, same job ad, slightly different location. It's a crew trainer, so page 2. Nipper and truck operator on a flat rate. Now, like we talked about before, everybody wants experienced people for these jobs, but you know the reality of the situation is that anybody with 12 months truck driving experience or 6 months nippering experience, what's up onto the next level, and that's service crew. Service crew, pace crew. So we'll load up pace crew because that can be a good place to start. Entry level mining operator, Hayes, Mount Isa, valid driver's license, reporting to a shift boss. All levels of experience. So they're looking for everything. That's an open job ad for everything, which is great. So we'll grab that one. I dare say that one would want you to relocate to Mount Isa, but you know those are the sort of things that you can think about doing. Westville service crew. Skills. Westville have taken people in the past from the training, so it's worth putting it in, having a go from there. Underground truck operator. But yeah, like I was saying before, they put experience on everything because anybody that's got any experience is looking for the next level up. Service crew, underground trades. Shotcrete Agi Operator. underground operator. Service crew. So see service crew 640 a shift, and there's a leading hand job for 700 a shift coming up. And on the 2-in-1, that's 150,000 a year. And on the $700, it's 165,000 a year, which isn't bad money if you can get it, especially for a service crew job. Shotcrete sprays. Service crew trainer. Expressions of experienced operators, but if you have a read down, they're looking for entry-level miners, nippers to join the team. They want experienced truck drivers, so again, you know, they want people that they can throw straight into the deep end, but this ad can be a little bit deceptive. So they really are looking for people that they can just drop straight into the deep end. Bugger operator, underground operator, be coal, shotcrete and paste crew, jumbo operator, automation specialist, bogger, charge up, mining supervisors, leading hand service crew. So there's the $700 a shift Kalgoorlie for leading hand service crew. So this one's interesting that you can have a look at, and I'll put this one in as well, because this one looks like they're building something underground. So maybe a crusher, or they're extending a workshop, or it says the duration is going to be 24 months, but they're looking for pretty much everything, and leading hand, supervisors, handheld miners, timbermans, all that sort of stuff. So it'd be interesting to see what that job actually is. But yeah, it looks like they're going to be building something in one of the big underground mines. Shotcrete operator, water cart. That's expressions of interest again. Paste fill operator, west fill. Like I said, they've taken people from us before. A couple of people have gotten in as paste fill operators, which is great. It's all about being able to give the employers what they want, and what they want is somebody that knows how their mine works. Analyzer, production supervisor. Paste fill operator, McMahon's. I don't know how long I'm going to do this video for today. I've got a few things on, so we'll have a look through this. Everybody's got the feelers out trying to get experienced operators, but there are none. Especially in hard rock underground, where, you know, anybody that's got that experience as truck driving wants a service crew job, and it's the same with nippering. Everybody wants to move up at the moment because there's so much work around. Oh, there you go. There is a surface dump truck driving job, which you don't see every day, so we'll load that one up. We'll put that in the exploration area. With Northern Star. And just bringing up with that, I don't know if any of you have seen this, but this is Roy Hill, and they, at the end of March, will be sending their 96 conventional haul trucks driverless. So that means that there'll be roughly 300 people out of a job. They reckon that they're going to move people over into other areas of the operation. But if you go back and have a look through some of the job videos that I did a couple of years ago, Roy Hill has, for the last 3 years, been advertising jobs that for truck drivers, and it's not been a permanent job. It's been a short-term contract to when the automation's going to kick in. Originally, it was supposed to kick in at the end of last year, so it was supposed to be October or November 2022, but obviously it's a few months late. But all the contracts that they were offered, so there'd probably be a couple of hundred people working under these conditions, that they only had a job until the mine went automated. And so you've got all those people that are going to be out looking for jobs at the moment that have got experience, and that's just, one of the mines that's gone automated at the moment. The rest of the mines aren't very far behind doing that with iron ore. So that's again why, if you're looking at the difference between a surface job or an underground job, you've got a lot more, there's a lot more going in the underground space, and there's a lot less competition. And it's probably the easiest place to pick yourself up a job at the moment in mining. So let's go back and have another look. Haul truck operators, experienced drillers. I've already talked a bit about what's going on in coal. The coal price went up for a little while and it started to go back down again. I looked at it this morning and it was $175 US a tonne, which means it's under that $200 a tonne mark, which means that, certain operations around the place will be, a bit iffy in whether they're making any money anymore, which is, not nice to say, but that's just the way it is. Production. Jumbo operator, tradespeople, that's for that job on this up north. Diesel finner. Underground trades, underground FIFO electricians. Underground electrician, all-round operator. I think I might leave it at this one, or we might have a look at one more page. Underground technician sampler. That's a Kalgoorlie job as well, but it's a foot in the door and away to go. Underground electrician's expat going overseas. Diamond Driller, all-rounder. Underground planning engineer, powerhouse positions. Okay, so let's jump over and have a look at our map. So this is our map of Australia with all the mines on it around the country that are producing gold or metals that are going into batteries. So you've got lots of stuff that's happening here in the middle of New South Wales, and you can drive in and drive out of Victoria for that. We'll be here in New South Wales in the coast. A lot of people drive in and out of the Gold Coast down to these mines down here. We loaded up a few jobs around Mount Isa and up in the north here. There's a fair bit going on in Tasmania as they're trying to reopen the mines, and those jobs come up fairly regularly. There's a fair bit going on in South Australia. There's a fair bit going on in the Northern Territory with Savannahs as fly and fly out, and the Tanamite as well. But most of the stuff is happening over here in Perth, and there must be 20 companies all looking for truck drivers at the moment, fly and fly out of Perth. And there's so much work around Kalgoorlie, it's not funny. So if you want to get into the industry, the best way to do it is to use the sponsors DIY Intro to Underground Mining course. teaches you everything that the employers want you to know. It enables you to actually hold a conversation with them in the interview about how the mine works and what you're going to be expected to do on site. And when you can actually talk to the employers about what's going on down the hole, it puts you head and shoulders above everybody else, because everybody else that's interviewing was in the same position that you were in, wanting a mining job but not knowing anything about mining. Once you do the training, you can talk to them about mining until the cows come home. So I hope you found that helpful with the job hunt video, and I will post it up in the usual spots. If you've got any questions about getting into the mining industry, feel free to send me a message and I will answer it in a video. And if you could like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.